How can we possibly keep track of everything that's going on with our local government, our county governments, our school boards, our state government, our federal government, and then all the foreign governments? Here in East Windsor, New Jersey, where I live, the local government has a 109-page revitalization plan. As I search my county website, curious about how much debt Mercer County is in, I realize the county budget isn't even posted on the website, which is an offensive lack of transparency. The county spends taxpayer dollars and doesn't even have the courtesy to publish it on its website. As for the state, ever take a look at a state budget? State budgets are hundreds of pages long. Then there is all the news regarding what the legislature does each day. And there's the executive branch, and then there's the judicial branch, and what's happening there each day. And then, of course, there's the summaries of all the pending legislation that we want to understand. And we've got to call our representatives, and we've got to present them with all the facts. We've got to go out of our way to get all these facts, since they don't go out of their way to be transparent about anything. All the while, we're trying to figure out school budgets and Common Core's collectivist anti-American curriculum. And of course, to fully understand public education in each state, we have to understand federal education policies. While we're doing that, we hear about an IRS scandal, an AP scandal, that we've been lied to about the terrorist attack in Benghazi, that Russia had warned us about the Boston Marathon bombers, and we ignored them, that the government is reading our emails, listening to our phone conversations, our Skype conversations. We've got to read and fully understand Obamacare. Thus, we have over 1,000 pages to read, and more than once, so that we really get it, and manage to see through all the technical legal language. All the while, Congress has a new big amnesty bill, and at the same time, we've got to figure out whether or not Obama should be arming Syrian rebels, or whether or not he should be increasing regulations on business, and whether or not we should believe him when he says he doesn't know what's going on with the government that we paid him and we hired him to supervise. All the while, we ought to keep track of the economic crisis in Europe. And that doesn't even scratch the surface. We also have to pursue careers. We have to pay our bills. We have to be good sons and daughters, good parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, husbands and wives. We've got to make sure we eat well, that we exercise. Then there are our spiritual, philosophical questions to be contemplated, some of them hopefully answered. And we have our cars to take care of. And maybe we'd like to take a few vacations. Read a book or two, watch a few movies, listen to music, sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, we deal with way too much. I haven't even mentioned the fact that we have to investigate the media to see whether or not they are telling us the truth, or if they are leaving facts out. And we need time to just relax. we deal with way too much. Too much stress. It shouldn't be this way, and the root of the problem is that our government is way too big. If we don't have the time to keep track of our government and live our lives, that is a sign that the government is too big. The U.S. government was designed to work for the people and be run by the people. But when the government is so big that even the president claims he has no idea what's going on, there is no possible way to protect ourselves from a government that is violating a citizen's rights. This means we must reduce the size of government. This doesn't mean we should turn to anarchy for solutions. It means we have to realize that a government should be limited to protecting maximum freedom, and that the private sector can manage all the rest. This allows people then to limit who they give their money to and keep track of how their money is spent. Reducing the size of government is a big task, and it starts by stopping the government from growing anymore. This means no more spending increases. This means nullifying Obamacare before it goes into full effect. This means mandating transparency. This means mandating that gun laws be followed and simplified. This means that no basic rights be denied. Join Steve Uscio, Don DeZarn, and I in this cause. Elect us to the state legislature and we will reduce the size of government here in New Jersey. Thank you very much for your time.